Yeah, welcome to Even Line Image Freak. Easy joining this fleet. You don't have to shoot anything, you don't have to help, you just sit back, relax, watch a video, movie, whatever, who cares. It doesn't impact me at all. It's not zero sum. You'll be in frigates, you can't be cloaked, you can't be in a pod, you can't be in a corvette, you can't be in a shuttle. Gotta be a frigate at least, doesn't matter, cheap, whatever. And during the proceedings, what I'll do is I'll broadcast next desto, and all my guys will do next desto just like you will you got 15 minutes, during the bash to come back to your computer and, oh, there's the next desto broadcast. I'll set it up, and then you set it up for all your alts, and you'll get, say you had the optimal payout for pilots is 30 million exactly, only when you have 10 pilots on grid. I have 8, I get 29.5 million. So if you had 4 alts and the payout was 29 point, it pays less. It's just like Homefront. The less pilots you have than 10, the less. The more pilots you have, the less. So, and if I get less during this phase, if you had like 6 alts or 10, and I get less payout, you would pay me a set amount per fob at the end of it, as tithe, a fee, so I don't get impacted too much. But at the end of the day, you get a ton of ISK for nothing, and the fee is a pittance, minuscule compared, right? So if you had 4 alts, you probably wouldn't even pay anything, and you'd get close to 30 million per, and you just do autopilot between the freaking, and then once you're there, I warp everybody to the bookmark, so you don't have to do anything except autopilot, and then I'll warp everybody and the only thing you have to do is input the next desto when it's broadcast during the 15 minutes, and then hit autopilot at the end of it, and it's all taken care of. You watch a video, do chores, whatever, or do stuff in nullsec or whatever you want to do on any other alts you got that are busy, that are not with me. But yeah, that's how it works. And God, we can have 40 pilots on grid, and we would still make bank, all of us. Yeah, you'd probably make more ISK than I would. Say I have 8. If you had 30 pilots on grid, we'd all probably get 21 million, but it would max out for 800 million. So literally, what you're looking at is I get 240 million. That's what I normally get, and I would still get 240 million, but because you'd pay me the difference for my losses, but you would get minus 800, 240 million, so you would get, what, 560? So you'd get at least half a billion. I'm just, okay, 560 million, what, half a billion at least, right? Over half a billion, let's say that, over half a billion per fob, per 15 minutes. So you don't have 30 alts, and I probably wouldn't be your friend if you did. Yeah, it does something to people. DMX 007 is still a good guy, so I'm willing to make allowances that large multi-boxing people aren't assholes by nature, but that's how it works. Yeah, it works for me. It works for you guys, and it's not zero sum. So it's a wonderful fleet opportunity for people to make easy ISK. And yeah, what you'd be looking at would be for 4 hours work. Like I said, 4 hours work with 4 extra 2 alts. So you had 2 alts, and we'd bring it to 30 million ISK each. It's perfect 10 people on grid. That would be 660 million ISK in 4 hours, assuming I get 11 fobs in that time. So 4 hours work, 2 movies, chores around the home, doing stuff in low sec with your or null sec with your other alts, and not really caring the world, and you get 660 million. It doesn't seem like much, but it sure adds up after a time. Anyways, I better get back to what I'm doing. Yeah, I'll pull my drones usually at quarter hull, and I'll sometimes, if I have an Ashimu nearby, yay, I'll drain off of that with my NOS and kill all the crewers so I can warp off easy at the end of the fob. At the end of it, there's nobody pointing me. I can just warp everybody after I loot it, and it's all good. And the loot, that goes to Alliance coffers as soon as he accepts me to fucking Alliance, and then that goes to safe. And I stand to make 5 billion in 8 hours, for probably at least 2 billion in loot. So hopefully you can hear all that over the music.